Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Audrey here. I hope you all have a good holiday and a good Christmas. I know I have not posted a video for the past month. We have been really busy with the holiday season. Well, the New Year's already passed. I think it's time for me to start making video again. In today's video, I'm going to show you what changes I made to my Hoya to make them successfully survive this winter. So without further ado, let's start it. The first thing I'm making sure to do during the winter time is to lift up the pot, making sure there's no heaviness inside the pot, and try to making sure there's no moisture inside the pot before I water them. Most of my Hoyas during winter time tend to go to dormant. Even the ones that still slowly growing, they're going super slow that I don't think they really need that much water. Instead, having a water schedule, I'm making sure to lift up the pots and making sure they really need water before I just dump the water on them. Second things I did is to group all my plants together. Hi. Because in the winter time with the heat running and the humidity is pretty low, and sometimes I will have a humidifier in here. I don't have at this moment. I have it on the other shelves. What I heard is when you have some plants together, grouped together, is help with the humidity issues, helping to actually provide moisture to each other. I'm not 100% sure about that theory. I heard it, so I'm just gonna try it out. I do run the humidifier at nighttime on these shelves, so they do have enough humidities, hopefully for the winter time. I want to add one more to the watering is I don't give them fertilizer every time I water them in the winter time. I maybe do once a month, so that they only get fertilizer period of the time during the winter time. The reason is because some of them are in dormant and some really has a slow growing. I don't really think they need that much nutrition with so much fertilizer in the soil. I don't think it's good for the roots inside the soils soaked into all the fertilizer water without taking the fertilizer into the plant. I'm worried about maybe causing root rot in the pot, so I definitely decrease my fertilizer use during the winter time. I also give them a break. I do water the leaves and the flush out every time I water them to making sure that at least there's no dust on the leaves, because even though it's a winter, I feel like they get more light exposure during the winter time than summertime, so I try to make sure that all the leaves are clean. The third thing I did for this winter, which I should do it in the summertime too, is to put the solid color pots on top, outside of those clear pots. As you can see in this one, there are some algae growing in the pot. It's actually getting better. When using the clear pots, we have to pay attention to the algae, and I really don't like how green that is. And I feel like when you have algae growing in the pot, it affects the roots growing inside the pot. So add the white pot outside of the clear pot to help with algae issue. Also, it can help to keep more moisture into the pot instead of being evaporated by the sun, and this helping with the winter time with the less watering during the winter time. Next thing I'll pay attention is during the watering, I try to make sure I water in the earlier morning. Right now it's earlier morning, so the sun is actually coming on this side and also on that side. I'm making sure to water in the earlier morning, so with the sun helping, they will not be soggy wet when the temperatures go down at night, will helping to prevent any cold damage to the root on my plant. So far, I feel those plants right in here on the shelves, even though they're on the glass, they definitely experience the cold temperature during the nighttime. They don't show any cold damage, so I don't think those Hoyas is affected by the cold damage during the night times inside the pot. Next, talking about cold damage, I did move the Hoya that I know will suffer cold damage for the past several years on my plant shelves, so they were not experiencing the temperature change. This is my Hoya available grave in here. So far, I have not seen any damage from this Hoya after watering, so I do think moving them back in these shelves help with the cold damage. And this is my Hoya YTI is the Hoya that I lost 3 of this Hoya, 2 or 3 of Hoya due to cold damage during the winter time. So this year I moved this one back in here. Also I pay attention making sure that I don't keep them soggy wet. I will not water this one if I feel there's humidity in the pot. So far no problem this one. And also I put the fishtail in here. It's not due to the cold damage. I do feel this one needs more warmth during the winter times. For the past year or two during the winter time, this one kind of did a little bit setback, not a die off, but setback a little bit. So I put this one under the light too. So far, I do not see any setback on this Hoya, and it actually gives me some new growth on this Hoya. So I'm gonna keep this one in here until the spring or earlier summer, and I'll move them back to my windowsill. Last, humidifier. I don't think this is a necessity, but it definitely helps with the plant during the winter time when humidity is so low in the house. This is a chargeable humidifier, so I let this one run during the daytime, the same time charging it for my plant shelf, and then at nighttime I will move this one to my landing shelf where the big window is and let this one run through the whole night because I don't really have outlets on the landing. I don't really love this humidifier. The only convenient part is can charge, and then I can use this one during the nighttime for my landing. But it only lasts for about 4 hours or so. So I don't think it's super helpful, at least on my landing. But here it definitely helps because I have some prayer plants, some alocasia. They definitely need more humidity during the winter, and that's definitely help to not have a crispy edge on those leaves. So not necessary, but it's good to have. Those are my tips to helping my plants survive in the winter. I hope you all enjoy it. If you have more tips, please leave a comment down below. We all can share and learn from each other's experience. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Happy growing!